Excellency President Vladimir Putin, I would like to thank you for giving me the floor. I have an unwritten document to mention the statements made by previous speakers have addressed almost the fundamental issues of this joint summit between the Russian Federation and the African continent. My emphasis would be on the process that we are undertaking now in through consultation. We are in this second phase of the Russia-Africa summit, which, in my opinion, has highlighted and developed some of the fundamentals for this strategic partnership. But the strategic partnership will have to take stock of serious issues at the moment. I would suggest that a mechanism be established to develop to prepare a document for strategizing on this strategic partnership between the Russian Federation and the continent. But this strategy will not have to be a general framework for the partnership that we'll have to build. We need to further move towards identifying areas of cooperation within this strategy and prepare documents for concrete projects on each and every sector and industry. The sectoral and industrial planning within a broader strategy, taking stock of details that will have to be prepared for the mobilization of resources. In my opinion, Russia, Africa, China, other partners, even outside Africa, Latin America, Asia, developing this project and their manuals or details of the plans that will require the mobilization of resources. I would say this continent has, as we're told, has more than 60% of natural endowments globally. If this 60% could be mobilized to implement projects at a sectoral and industrial level, then we talk about the time frame for implementing these projects by mobilizing the required resources. I'm confident to say that the Russian Federation has all the industrial base and technology base to provide the support required for this strategic partnership between Russia and Africa, but also including other continents that will make their contributions at the final achievement of the goals. And the draft document will have to be prepared, I say now, and probably in the coming summit that will take place anytime next year, so that we have a clearly defined strategy. The strategy will have to include a number of sectoral and industrial plans, detailed plans on the timing of implementation, plus the mobilization of resources, not only material resources, financial resources, but also technological and industrial resources that will have to be mobilized to implement these detailed plans. The detailed plans could be implemented by putting in place mechanisms that will take every project on its own and implement, ultimately creating an integrated approach on implementing those particular programs. And this requires a lot of refinement on the institutions and then the mechanisms that we'll have to create. I would urge all those who have the resources above any other party, I would urge the Russian Federation to provide the support and make the contributions for detailing out the strategy, working out detailed plans on objectives that will be defined by clearly detailed the technological and quantifiable numbers, plus the time frame for implementing this project. Once we have this document ready, the contributions from each and every partner at the continental level, on the part of the Russian Federation, plus other global partners who will join our effort to change the reality in Africa, because the coming generation after 25 years will have a population of 2.4 or 2.5 billion within the continent, and their issues will have to be addressed at an earlier phase rather than later on facing challenge for the implementation of this project. I think this second summit will have to take stock of the preparation of this document so that each and every one of us will be ready or even working on some of the projects that will need the mobilization of resources that we can make available to the success of this strategic summit. I once again would like to thank you, President Putin, for creating this conducive environment for exchanging ideas and developing consensus, but going beyond that to implementable, sustainable programs for the benefit of humanity, not only Russia and Africa. Thank you again.
I totally agree with you. If we don't think about short-term and mid-term, then it would be hard to achieve some genuine results. So the establishment of such mechanism and strategic partnership is a very important deed. That is a beacon that shows where we should be going. Indeed, that is a very challenging task at hand. And if you want to compare it with the capacities of our partners from other regions in Latin America and Asia, then the best way, the best platform would be consultations with our BRICS partners. And here present are colleagues, for instance, President of the South African Republic. Together, we will try to advance your ideas together with our BRICS partners. Certainly, we also need to think about, of course, it is a very challenging effort to consider all the sectors, all the countries, but if we want to get specific results, we need to think about it right now. I agree with you. Thank you.